Hello there YouTube, this is the Rogue Gem Player and coming at you with another deck profile. This is going to be the new Ritual Beast deck that, with the new support, this is the list I have right now, so let's get right into it. The deck changes quite drastically from the last list I put out, which was before the new set came out. The deck gains quite a few new cards. The deck changes from being 2 card starters to being kind of 1.5 card starters, sometimes 1 card starters, depending on how you build the deck. Or depending on what your hand is, and it changes to the point where the deck is 10 times more consistent. So let's start with Elder. Playing 3 copies of Elder. You still have to play. You still have to play these. You still have to play the Tamers. You still have to play names. This is another normal summon. Anytime you can get a card that says extra normal, you want access to it because it gets around the once per turn special summon clauses, which is very important because of the way the deck is designed. So we still have to play the 3 Elder. It's still pretty good. Kind of wish it got reprinted because now people can't really get a hold of it because it's only been printed once. Then we're playing the new Spiritual Beast Tamer, Lara. So what this card does is when it's in your hand, you can discard it to normal summon any Ritual Beast monster. And then if it's on the field or graveyard, you can banish it to protect one, but also when it's banished, you can special summon a Ritual Beast from the deck, which is kind of pretty cool because you're going to, it turns things like Kanahawk into a 1-card starter. Because you just banished this card from deck and now you have place. It's also a Spiritual Beast and a Ritual Beast Tamer, so it's 2 names. We then play 2 copies of Winda. It's a level 4 that you can play if you really want to play rank 4 and stuff like that, but it's another name that also is both a Ritual Beast and a Spiritual Beast Tamer, or a Ritual Beast Tamer. The one original Lara and the one original Wendy. The more names, every additional name, plus they have effects on normal summon, and you get up to like 3 normal summons in this deck. It's actually kind of funny. And the one Zephyrin Pelica. It's kind of one of those, it's another name that can be summoned off of things like E-Tally, something you can banish off a Kanahawk if you really need it. The more names you have, the less issues you have down the line. So now we go into the Spiritual Beasts. We're only playing 3. We're only playing 3 names. Playing the 3 copies of Kanahawk. Now this card is a 1-card starter with Lara because you can play this effect, banish Lara, get a monster. So now you instantly have access to your combos. So the deck is a lot more consistent now. We're not completely relying on Elder Kanahawk. Same thing. Rampengu has the same benefits, except it's because of one of the new fusion monster. Rampengu just makes this really, really good now. So. And then we're playing the one Apelio. I like this. A free 500 attack and defense. It's also another name that, in case you really need it, you can access it when you need to. So, and then we're playing 3 copies of Dimension Shifter. This is kind of one of the few decks where the combos actually get better when you play under Shifter, because Rampengu turns the card you send a deck into a banish, so you can banish Lara under it. You can still play under Shifter is basically what I'm saying. So playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, you still have to play it. That's never gonna change. Now for spells, we're playing 3 copies of Ritual Beast Inheritance. This card is basically a Rhoda for the deck as long as you reveal a Ritual Beast monster with a different type than the one you're adding and are willing to discard. Also, you can when 2 or more monsters are special summoned to your field at the same time, you can change battle positions of one monster in the field, which is important because the tag out special and defense. So you need to be able to. It allows you to get monsters for pushing damage. We're then playing the 1 copy of Bond. You only really need 1. It just allows you to make, if you really need to cheat out something, if you absolutely have to do it. It's also searchable. 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity because the deck needs as much consistency as possible, and we're playing 1-card starters, so this helps to dig into things we need. or into combo enablers. 3 copies of Emergency Teleport. This card is a lot better now. It just gives you more access to more things. And then the 1 copy of Gold Sark, because it's the same thing as Kanahawk. It just gives you more plays, especially if you open up other things. You can just keep going. Then for the traps, playing 2 copies of Seats, 1 copy of Ambush. I know people don't like playing Ambush now, but it's kind of one of those, if you already have a Steeds, you can kind of search this. You can still do your combo, and it just puts 2 monsters on board, so for link plays and other things. And then we're playing the 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, because that's the best K-Trap. So the deck is 41. If I remember my count correct, and now we go into the extra deck. So the first things first, we're playing 3 copies of Ulti Kanahawk. You're still going to play 3 copies because you're going to keep, even though you keep reusing it, it's a Rampengu target. You just keep going through it, and it's always nice to have multiple copies in case you get stopped. So we're then playing the 1 Ulti Apelio as our kind of one of. You can send this for Rampengu if you need to, but it's also one of those. It's a 26 beater that can't be responded to, so it's actually pretty cool. We're playing the 1 of the Ulti Guy Pelio, which is actually kind of important. You don't actually really use it. You use this as the send for Rampengu, but it's still kind of one of those you have to play it because it's really cool. So, and sometimes you hard summon it. And then the new one, Nochio Drago. This right now we don't have a target for it in the main deck to send, but the fact that you can use cards in your graveyard to make it means that things like Lara, you can dump Lara and then with Rampengu, and then immediately get into this, and now you can trigger Lara's effect immediately. Also, it only tags out into 1, so keep that in mind, and your opponent can't target monsters with card effects, which is pretty important, so it provides protection when you need it. So, and then 2 copies of Ulti Kumin Falcos. You're going to go through them, at least one of them every time, because it's another double summon in the deck. And then we're playing the 1 copy of the Ulti Retriari. It's one of those. Hey, it's a first of all, the link for it that you do make. It prevents tributing if you need it, but it's also another one of those normal summon cards. So then for the rest of the links, IP, Nightmare, Unicorn, BLS, Access Code, and Appaloosa. These are kind of just there. You're not really going to play outside of the Ritual Beast stuff. These are kind of just toolboxing things. If you have SP Little Knights and things like that, you could play those as well. So, but yeah, the deck changes quite drastically. It's a lot more consistent. There's a lot more plays. You could play a larger kind of like hand trap engine if you really wanted to. It just completely depends on how you build the deck. But yeah, other than that, comment, rate, subscribe, help me get to 100 subs, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.